Hi and welcome to Freelance Friday. In today's video we're going to take a look at 3 real ways that you can look at charging more for your WordPress web design services. If you're interested, stick around and I'm going to take you through all 3 of those in a lot more detail. So now we have companies like Wix and Squarespace and so on making it so much easier for the average person or small business to create a great looking versatile website. How can you or I, as a small freelancer or a small business, charge more money? Well, today we're going to take a look at 3 real world examples of how I think you can do that. Well, my name is Paul C and this is Freelance Friday by WPTuts, the channel where I help you create a more sustainable freelance business moving forward and ultimately help you make more money. Okay, so the first thing we're going to take a look at, and there is a bit of a disclaimer to all of these 3 things, they're not something you can just suddenly implement into your business and start raking in the cash. You do have to invest some time and effort into upping your skill set so you can tap into and take advantage of these 3 different things I'm going to recommend. So the first thing I want to take a look at is specialization. Now this might sound like you're really going to dig down and cut out a big potential market, but that isn't generally the case. Let's just say, for example, in the area that you work and operate from, you have a lot of restaurants or takeaways or something along that line. What you can do is you can specialize in dealing with creating websites that focus on that particular market sector. What that means is you're going to get a good reputation for knowing exactly how to create great looking websites for restaurants that sell and promote the service and the products that they offer. You're going to know about how to deal with things like integrating booking systems and table reservation systems. You're going to know how to integrate all the various different features that your typical business in that particular niche would want and require to create a great online experience for their potential customer. As your reputation grows, you will find that more people will be drawn towards you that want to have that website that has those facilities, knowing that you're the person to go to create that website for them. As your reputation grows and spreads further afield from your immediate surroundings, so will your potential customer base. You'll find that you're going to have more restaurants in a further afield area will start to come to you because they know that you're the go-to person for creating a great WordPress website or any kind of website that's focus is on dealing with restaurants and the restaurateur business. So take a look at specializing. Now before we close this down, don't think that this limits you to only being able to create websites in the restaurant niche. You can create any kind of website you want. It's more a case if you can focus and specialize and really hone your skills in that particular niche, you have the ability then to charge more because you are the go-to individual or company for that particular market. So take a look at specializing in your WordPress web design. So the second thing I want to focus on is dynamic content and dynamic design. So basically what that means is you create custom post types, custom taxonomies, custom templates, and you can then leverage the power of this dynamic content to create more unique websites for your clients. So let me give you a real world example. Let's just say, for example, your client comes along and says that they want to create a business listing site for their town. Well, you could take a look at trying to find a plugin and a theme and all those kinds of things that you require to be able to do this, and then shoehorn what you need into that particular plugin, hoping that it meets all the requirements for your client, or it doesn't exceed all the needs you have and you end up with a really simple idea but a very complex plugin to make that simple idea into reality. Custom design and custom post types and so on really open up a potential to create more unique websites. So you can leverage the power of things like advanced custom fields, which is a free plugin, or you have a commercial option, pods, jet engine, or ultimately toolset. All of these things do very similar things. What they allow you to do is create custom post types, custom taxonomies, custom categories, all those kinds of things that straight out the box, and then you can tie those in to tools like Elementor Pro's theme builder, and you can then create your own custom archive single post pages, create the relevant conditions then inside the template to assign those to the relevant part of your website, and then what you end up with is a truly bespoke website leveraging the power of dynamic information without having to go to the effort and time and expense of learning new plugins, learning new themes, all these kinds of things every time you want to make a new website using dynamic data. So spend some time, learn how to use things like advanced custom fields or pods or toolset or jet engine, whichever one you feel most comfortable with. Now I've got videos covering quite a few of these different tools and how to utilize those for the basics of creating dynamic content. Put a link in the description below, but spend that time, learn those skills, and you can ultimately charge more and make more. Okay, so the third and final thing that I want to take a look on how you can ultimately charge more and make more money is looking at how you create custom themes. Now, if you're using WordPress, which is what this channel focuses on, there are lots of ways you could create your own custom theme. You could really get down to the nitty-gritty and start to learn how to code things and get in and start tweaking and adjusting all the relevant templates inside WordPress. But a much easier way is working with something like Elementor Pro. Now, Elementor Pro in its version 2, which was released several months ago, has brought with it a whole range of really great theme building tools. So when you want to create your custom taxonomies, you want to create your custom 404 pages, your custom single pages, archive pages, all those kinds of things, you can create templates for those, you can assign conditions to them, and then you can make sure that you've got a truly bespoke design all built around that custom theme. So what this ultimately means is that when you have a job that requires something a little out of the ordinary, or you want to get much more creative, you can start off by using these theme building techniques and create your own custom WordPress theme. If you then tie these into things like dynamic data, like we covered in the previous step, once you leverage the power of those both things, you can create incredibly powerful, versatile and bespoke websites using WordPress as the core, but going way beyond what the basic WordPress options offer. So spending the time to understand how themes are built inside WordPress using any of these tools is something I think that's time well spent. What it means is ultimately you can create a more versatile business, something that can respond to the market needs and your customers' needs without being restricted by what a particular theme offers. If you're not sure how to utilize something like Elementor Pro and the theme builder, I've already created a video on how to do just that, and also how to work technically without a theme. Even though WordPress requires a theme, you can utilize the power of something like the Hello theme, which works flawlessly with Elementor Pro. And what that does is that just basically satisfies the needs of WordPress, but you ultimately get a completely blank theme that you can then use the theme builder inside Elementor Pro to create your own custom layouts. It's an incredibly intuitive way of working and also incredibly powerful. So there's the 3 things I wanted to cover in today's video. We've taken a look at specializing, we've taken a look at dynamic content, we've also taken a look at how we can utilize the power of Elementor Pro to create our own custom themes. So there's 3 things that you could utilize inside your business to ultimately help you create a much more sustainable business moving forward. You can charge more for your services, you open up more range of the types of clients you can fulfill their needs to, and you're not so reliant upon particular plugins and or themes. You have much more flexibility. So what do you think of the 3 topics we've covered today? Are they things that you already offer in your business? Are they things you could see adding to your business? Or have you found other things that you think are much more useful and ultimately help create more revenue streams for you and your business? If you have, let me know in the comment section below. I'd love to get your feedback so we can all share on the knowledge and the skills that we can develop to ultimately make a more sustainable freelance business. As always, all the applicable links are in the description below, and if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down, that's perfectly fine. But let me know in the comment section what you did or didn't like about the video. Helps me create better content for you moving forward. As always, my name's been Paul C. This has been WPTuts, and until next time, take care.